All right, it is that time. Welcome, guys. So excited that you're on here tonight. If you haven't yet, drop where you are listening in from tonight. Super excited to be with you. My name is Melissa Butler. We're going to do some introductions real quick. My name is Melissa Butler. I am from Roanoke, Texas. I have been drinking and sharing ketones for 3.5, almost 4 years. It'll be 4 years in January. Prior to drinking and sharing ketones, I was a full-time elementary school counselor, but now I get to stay home with my babies and I work the business full-time. I have 3 little girls and I am almost 20 weeks pregnant with a baby boy, and I'm super excited about it. Life is crazy and busy in our house. My husband stepped away from his job just about a year ago, and so we do the business, raise the babies, homeschool together. That is our life. So I'm Melissa. Nice to meet all you guys if you didn't know me already. And I have an amazing, sweet friend. This is our first time to do a Zoom together, and it's so fun to get to connect with someone on a different leg of our team and get to do this together. So I have Shea, and she is going to introduce herself as well.
Hey everyone, I'm Shea Brandt. I'm from San Diego, California. If you're familiar with San Diego, I'm in Santee. I've been selling and sharing ketones for about a year and a half now. I absolutely love them. I have 2 little girls, 5 and 8, and I have a son who's 18. Before ketones, I used to run an art gallery for 22 years. So that was fun. And then I also coached cheerleading and tumbling for 22 years. I still do that. And I'm a stay-at-home mom and do ketones. So I absolutely love it. I'm so excited to be here with you guys and Melissa and crush this power hour with you guys.
Yeah, awesome. I just learned some new things about you. That's awesome. We have even
Yay!
more in common than I realized.
Love
Very
it.
cool. Well, I just want to go over real quick, what is the purpose of the next 30 minutes and what are we going to do? That way you're prepared, because you might be brand new. This might be your first power hour, or you might have done several of these and it might look a little bit different tonight than what you're used to. And that is awesome too. It's great to learn new things. So what we're going to do is we're going to be going through very specific income producing activities. They're going to help move your business forward. So we're going to have moments where we're giving you some very high directive, some action steps to take, and we encourage you to be bold and to go for it, even if it pushes you a little outside of your comfort zone. That's how we grow. And so the goal of this is to actually do some of these activities while we are on the Zoom tonight together. So we can actually work our business. You can ask questions in the chat as we go if you need to and get some feedback. And this is just a great opportunity to work your biz, because I know not everyone works this full time. Most people work this part-time and have a full-time gig or multiple full-time gigs. So we want to teach you what activities can you do in 20 to 30 minutes a day that are actually going to move your business forward and start new conversations and help you get the ball rolling on sharing ketones. So that's our goal tonight. But one of the things that's super important, and I have to do this every time I sit down or take a moment to work my business, is I have to make sure my head is in the right place. Mindset is everything. And if my head's not in the right place, then I'm not sharing from my heart and I don't have the boldness that I need to have. So we're going to start with a very quick little activity that's going to help us get in the right mindset. And Shay is going to take off with that.
Love it. Love it. Yeah, you guys. So exactly what Melissa said, we're going to send out a few text messages to your customers, your teammates, maybe your family members, and really just um, tell them how grateful you are for them, and maybe somebody that's done something for you, or a little bit of encouragement, maybe to one of your team members, like thank them for being involved or supporting you, or what a great job they're doing. Recognition, gratitude, any of that. Pick a couple people. We're going to do 2 to 3 minutes, and text them, make it personal. People love that personal touch, you guys. So we're going to do that first.
Awesome. Here we go. I wanted to share real quick while you're sending your text messages. I'm trying to send 3 specifically, one to a family member that I could not do this business without. Number 2, I'm going to send one out to a newer customer or sample pack person and just say, hey, I just want to tell you, thank you so much for supporting my business. And number 3, I'm going to send one out to a Smart Ship customer, a loyal customer that has been supporting me for a really long time. Because most of the time they only hear from me when I'm telling them about a sale or a product launch or something like that. And I want them to hear from me that it matters to me that they support my business and I appreciate them. So those are the 3 I'm focusing on. So take another minute and send out a few more texts. Awesome. Finish up those text messages, and we're going to go ahead and move in to the next activity because we want to really get going and get rolling here. So, but that's okay. If as you're listening, if you want to send a few more, that's totally fine. Or you notice a down moment in the Zoom where you're not active, then go ahead and send out some more at that time. So what we're going to do first, if you had a chance to listen to Monday's Huddle call, Monday, that feels like forever ago. It was yesterday. Kate Higdon shared on Monday's Huddle call, and it was phenomenal. Drop a 1 in the chat if you had a chance to hear the Huddle call, because that gives me a little frame of reference, because we're going to address a few of the things, a few of the activities that she gave on Monday that were so unbelievably powerful. And if you haven't had a chance to do some of those activities, we're going to do them today, plus give you some other options as well. Awesome. Fantastic. So we had several people that got to listen in. So the biggest thing that stood out to me about the Huddle call on Monday was the quote that Kate gave that BU had said to her, that it's not about, this business is not about conversions, it's about conversations. And I've been doing this business for 3.5 years, and I still sometimes get things backwards. And I fall into the same routines, doing the same things I've always done. And then I wonder why my business isn't moving forward. And so something that I have made a flip on in the last couple of weeks is starting my time working my business with starting new conversations. Because before that, I would start with posting. And how many people get stuck trying to come up with a post? And it takes you way longer than it should ever take you to write a post. That's me. And I can waste a whole lot of time doing that. And so I'm trying to make a flip in my business to focus on starting new conversations first, then creating content and engaging and growing my network. So we talk about post, grow, and engage. We're going to engage first, and we're going to engage with some very specific conversation starters today. And I'm going to push you outside of your comfort zone. This is not something that has ever been easy for me to do, reaching out to people I've never talked to before about ketones, but it is something that definitely moves your business forward. So I'm going to give you a couple different scripts that you can use, and you can adjust these to work best for you. So I'm going to pull up my Word document and be copying and pasting over to the chat. Hopefully you can still see me okay. Can you still see me? Okay. Okay, so the first one is the one that Kate gave us on Monday, and it's trying to create your VIP list for Black Friday. So she gave some great wording. She said, hey, Susie Q, hope you're having a great week so far. Not sure if you followed my health journey or not, but ketones have been a game changer for me. I'm putting together a Black Friday VIP list, as I know there will be some amazing sales released that day. Would you like me to add you to the list? If not, no worries. Just don't want you to miss out. I love this because you're not asking someone right up front to buy something. You're just starting a conversation and seeing if they've been watching what you have been doing. So I'm going to copy and paste this wording over into the chat, and then I'm going to give you a few more if you've already sent this one out to several people. Sorry, I'm going to be going back and forth here for a moment. If it allows me. Hold on. There we go. Okay. So this is the first one. That's the Black Friday wording. So I would encourage you, one of the things that I learned previously was when you are in your Facebook Messenger, you can do something called a green light challenge. So I like to do this for 5 to 10 minutes. So if you only have time to work your business a few minutes in the morning before heading to work or during a restroom break, this is the #1 activity you should be doing, is starting new conversations before anything else. So if you go into your Facebook Messenger app, at the bottom, it's going to say chats. Those are your current chats that you have open with people. Next to that, if you click people, this is going to pull up all of the people in your network with a green light. That means those are people who have their phone in hand and have used Facebook or Facebook Messenger recently. Okay, this is really important. This is a great list to go to when you're trying to find new people to have conversations with in your network, because they have their phone in hand and they're ready to respond to you. So I'm going to simply just scroll through this list, go past the people I know I've talked to recently, and I'm going to pick a name that I have not seen pop up. Maybe it's someone that I've added as a friend, but we've never had a conversation. I'm going to click that name and I'm going to send them one of these wording scripts. So you can do the Black Friday one, or I'm going to give you a few others that you can use. And we're going to spend like 5 to 7 minutes just trying to start as many new conversations as we can. And you're not going to respond to any of them until after power hour is over. And the reason for that is because you don't want to stop and get in a conversation for 20 minutes and then not start any more conversations. So we're going to do this for 5 to 7 minutes. You can go ahead and start with the Black Friday wording, and then I will give you some of the others. Okay. So the second wording, this is a really simple one. For someone who has recently maybe liked one of your posts, maybe they didn't comment on it, but they simply liked it. Or maybe it's someone who has shown you some love on a Freebie Friday post in the past. You can simply send them a message that says, "Thanks for the love on my recent post. Just curious, are you drinking ketones yet?" Super simple. "Thanks for the love on my recent post. Just curious, are you drinking ketones yet?" I love that one. I send that one out all the time, and it's not near as scary. So you can start there. I'm having the hardest time with my copy and paste. You wouldn't think it would be that difficult. Okay, the third one that I have for you, and this is the one that I actually used today. I sent this out to about 16 or 17 people before I left to go on a walk with my kiddos. And when I came back, I actually had 4 people that said yes. And I was like blown away. These are people I have not had conversations with yet about ketones, or even had a conversation with yet at all. So I said, "Hey girl, not sure if you have followed my health journey or not, but ketones have been a game changer for me and my family. I'm starting a fun turkey trot group challenge November 5th to feel my best headed into the holidays, and I'd love for you to join us. Would you like the details?" And this one has been working wonders today. So I'm going to copy and paste this one over for you. That gives you 3 different scripts. You can choose which one you like the best. You can change them up a little bit to fit you and how you would talk to someone. But I have sent all 3 of these to people I've never had conversations with and had a good response. Do they always respond? Not always, and that's totally okay. You just keep sending. So take about 4 or 5 minutes, and I want you to copy and paste those, screenshot them so you have them for later, and at least send those out to a couple of people while we're on the Zoom together. For those of you with video on, will you give me a thumbs up if you can see all 3 of the wordings? Okay, awesome. I just want to make sure they're copying and pasting over, okay?
You guys make sure you save these to your notes. So even if you don't have time to do it right now, I like to save all these. So like later when I'm not busy and I have more time during the week, every day, like you guys can use these for future. I love all these scripts. Melissa, you're awesome.
You're welcome. Thank you. I will copy and paste the scripts one more time because I think too, if you hadn't opened your chat box yet, sometimes you won't see all of them. So I'll copy and paste those one more time and then we will move on to the next part. But like she said, save those. If you didn't have a chance to send it out to as many people as you would like to, you can always do some more when we hop off or do some more tomorrow. That's the goal, is to do several every day. Okay, you should have all three coming through, hopefully. There we go. There's all three again. Hopefully that came through to everybody. Awesome. Okay, so we are going to go ahead and move on to the next thing. And we're going to go to the next part, which is we're going to start to do some posting. But before we do that, we want to engage and warm our feed just a little bit. We're not going to spend a lot of time on this. There's lots of different ways that you can boost the algorithm in order to have more people see your content. Today, we are just going to focus on one platform. So choose the platform that you feel like you get the most interest from, you get the most interaction from. For me, that has always just been Facebook. So I'm going to focus on Facebook tonight. You can choose Instagram, you can choose TikTok, whatever works for you. So choose that platform and that's where we're going to focus. We're going to warm our feed, which means we're simply going to engage with people. And sending messages like we've just done is a great way to boost your algorithm as well. So that's already started that process. But Shay is going to walk us through boosting our algorithm and warming our feed for a couple minutes before we do some posts.
Love it. Yes. So you guys, like Melissa said, I'm going to use Facebook. You can do Instagram, whatever you guys use. Like go through and we're going to comment on posts, pictures. Make sure when you guys comment that you use at least 3 to 4 words, that you're not just using like one word answers or just like pictures. You know what I mean? Also, we're like you can post questions, comments. Make sure that you're also obviously commenting on non-prove it people, just because we want to see new people in our feeds with the algorithms and stuff. So, I mean, you can do your customers as well, but I would suggest doing non-prove it people. Yeah, go comment, you guys, give them some love, go through their news feeds, maybe do 5 to 6 comments and engage with the stories that are on there.
Yeah, I would try to do like 5 comments on the newsfeed and 5 on the stories. We'll do that like for 2 or 3 minutes, as many as you can. One of the things I like to do when I'm warming my feed with stories at the top is rather than going to the first few that I tend to see all the time, scroll as far over as you can and hit some of the people that you don't normally comment on or you don't normally see their stories. That's really helpful too. So take like 30 more seconds, few more comments, and then we'll move on and we'll get a post up. Okay, guys. So that is something that I have to set a timer for because I will get stuck in the scroll. So I have to set a 5 or 10-minute timer when I'm doing that activity. Otherwise, I will get stuck and I won't get to anything else. So keep that in mind. So we're going to move on to a post, and we're going to get a post up on our newsfeed. We're also going to get a post up on our story. If you've already posted today, great. That's okay. You can post again. Keep in mind that every single time you post, Facebook especially is only showing your post to about 10% of your friends list. And it's a different 10% every time. So don't overthink it. Don't think, oh, I'm posting too much or they're seeing my post about ketones too much. It's okay. They're probably not seeing it as much as you think they are. So keep that in mind. So I'm going to give you a couple post ideas for tonight. And I actually am adding one more. And it's the first one I'm going to show you. I literally just threw this up right when I got off the COC call. We had the new Ruby Rush Unleashed launch today. So I did a super simple curiosity post on my wall, and I just said, this is what it looks like. It says, who on my friends list loves ruby red grapefruit and needs lots of energy? That's all it is. Who on my friends list loves ruby red grapefruit and needs lots of energy? Super simple. And I already have some comments on it of people like, yes, that's me. So then I'm going to message them off to the side and say, oh my gosh, you're going to absolutely love this. I'm going to offer them if they want to purchase a box of it, but I'm also going to offer them samples as well because I've purchased a box myself. So that's the first post idea. Super, super simple. Who loves grapefruit and needs lots of energy? Okay. The other ones I have, I went ahead and copied this, so this shouldn't take so long. And I put them all 3 in one. Let's see if this works. Okay, here we go. So the other 3 post ideas I have for you are the first one, which is what Kate Higdon talked about on the Huddle call. If you have not done a Black Friday post yet, this is super simple and easy. You can simply make a really quick Black Friday graphic. It just says Black Friday, that's all it is. And at the top it says, or the actual post says, Black Friday is only 31 days away. Who wants to be added to my VIP list to be the first to know all the deals? I was really surprised when I posted this at how many people actually commented and said, yes, I want to know the deals. A lot of them were people who haven't drank ketones in a really long time, who maybe are ready to jump back in. A lot of them were brand new sample pack people that want to know all of the savings. So that's a really fun, easy engagement post. So it's the very first one in the wording I just sent you in the chat. Black Friday is only 31 days away. Who wants to be added to my VIP list to be the first to know all the deals? With the Black Friday graphic, super simple. So the next one is inviting people to do the Turkey Trot Challenge with you on November 5th. And so I worded this one with a little bit of my story first and then the invite. Because if we just say, who wants to do a turkey trot challenge? Sometimes that works great, but we have to get to people's emotion, right? We have to connect with people. And when they hear a little bit of your story and your why that you drink this, they might be more inclined to say, I do want to know more about that. So my wording for this one, and you can adjust this to sound like you, I would post this with a pic of me and my shaker cup, or I might post it with a transformation pic, whatever I feel like is going to work best. So I said, before I started drinking my mama juice, I came home from work and had to drag myself through dinner and bedtime routine with my kids. Since giving the simple drink a try, I'm coming home with energy to play with my kids and enjoy the time we have together. I'm starting a turkey trot challenge on November 5th, and I would love to have a bunch of accountability partners as I continue this journey. Who wants to feel better and maybe drop a few pounds before Thanksgiving and do this with me? So sharing your story, inviting people to do the Turkey Trot Challenge and be your accountability partner. So this is another option for a post. You can do hashtag Transformation Tuesday if you put your transformation up there, whatever works best for you. You can also highlight the transformation of a teammate if you wanted to do something like that today. And then the last one is the fly on the wall post. I love to do a post like this either on my wall or in my story or both the day before we have our guest calls. And we have our guest calls every Wednesday for this team. So for this one, again, I'd take a cute selfie or I'd make a face like a wondering face, something silly like that. And I would post, have you been following my journey with this amazing drink and wondering what it's all about? If you could be a fly on the wall and simply listen and learn more about what makes this drink so simple and so powerful, would you want to? Drop a fly emoji for details. Okay, so that's another fun post you can do, seeing if people are interested in just learning more about ketones. And then at that point, you can invite them to our guest call tomorrow night. So those are your 4 options. The grapefruit post at the beginning, I didn't type that one up, but it's pretty simple. Who loves grapefruit and needs tons of energy? And then you could choose one of those 3 or whatever other post comes to your mind that you want to do. But let's all take just a minute and try to get a post up right now. I know we're getting close to time, but we have 2 more pieces to this that are super important and I want to get to them. So hang with us. If you're enjoying this and you're getting some value out of it, give me a thumbs up or a 1 in the chat if this wording and these scripts are helpful for you, and you can even use them now or at a later time. Give me a 1 in the chat if you're finding this helpful. So if you maybe have already done a post on your wall today, or you just got your post done, awesome, fantastic. So if you just got your post done, we're going to do a quick post in our stories. Okay, and you might already have some tiles in your story. Awesome. One of the things you can do with Ruby Rush, if you have the Pulse Pro app, remember that it gives you awesome flavor drop videos that you can put in your story, which is fantastic. Or you can simply grab a graphic with a poll and do that as well. And I'll show you mine. And then I have a few other options for you too. Oops, hold on. I sent that only to 1 person. Let's try again. See if it comes through. Okay, so for our stories today, it is Transformation Tuesday. One of the things I want to always point you guys to is, okay, it's sent twice. I apologize. I don't want you to put all that in your story. But those are just some ideas of things you can do on your tiles in your story today. So one of the things I did today is on Transformation Tuesday, I always try to highlight a few transformations of people on our team. So you can go to the Better Starts Here group and go to the albums, and you can find transformations there. And if they're in there, they are fair game for anybody to use and to promote with. So you can add a couple transformation tiles to your story. I would do like 2 or 3, no more than that. You don't want like 10 because you'll lose people, but do 2 or 3. And then at the end or before it, you can say, check out some of my amazing teammates and what this powerful drink has done for them. And then on the end tile, you can invite them to do the Turkey Trot Challenge, or you can invite them to be a fly on the wall for the guest call. And both of those wordings are right here. So the first one says, want to join me for a Turkey Trot Challenge November 5th and experience ketones for yourself? I would actually add a poll on that. And on one side put yes, and on one side put tell me more. Okay. And then the other option is the fly on the wall. You could say, you could do your transformations. And then if you could be a fly on the wall and learn a little bit more about how you can get your body in ketosis without the diet, would you want to? And in the poll, tell me more or how on the other side. And as people respond tonight, tomorrow, you can invite them to our guest call tomorrow night. So where do you find these? For transformations, if you go to our Better Starts Here Facebook group, there should be an album that has transformations in it there that you can access. Grab a couple, save them to your phone, into your camera roll, and then you can upload those directly into your story and put some wording on top. Awesome. Okay, I know that we are short on time. I know it says power hour, but we try to keep it to 30 minutes. But I want to give you one more helpful piece. This is the other part of what I try to do every single day. So I try to start new conversations every day. I try to create content every day, which is posting and then engaging with others and growing my network by adding some friends on social media. And then finally, follow up. Follow up is so important to your business because you don't want to just bring people into the business and then leave them hanging and go out and find more people. You want to make sure that those people that come into your business want to stick around and are getting the most out of this experience. So follow up is super important. So one of the ways we can do that is by reaching out to our current customers or our current sample pack people and inviting them to the guest call tomorrow night. Even though they're already drinking ketones, they can always learn more. They can always build their belief in the product by hearing other people's stories. And they're going to hear about Smart Ship. They're going to hear about the free product program. They're going to hear about possibly promoting, which might plant a seed for them that you haven't had a chance to do yet, or maybe you haven't been comfortable doing. So let the call work for you. So that's one of the scripts that I have for you for follow-up tonight. Again, I know we're short on time, so we don't have to spend a ton of time doing this, but when you hop off tonight, you can. I'm going to send you all my scripts. So for current customers and sample pack people, at the very top, it says, I'm glad you're loving your ketones so far. We have an awesome guest Zoom tomorrow night that you can just put an earbud in and listen and learn a little bit more about how to get the most out of your experience. If I sent you the link, would you want to hop on? This is super key. You want to ask specifically. You don't want to say, let me know if you want to hop on, because that leaves it hanging and that leaves the ball in their court. But if you specifically say, if I sent you the link, would you want to hop on? That's super important. The next one I have is for Smart Ship customers, people who have been loyal ketone drinkers. They're loving their product. We have the amazing promo going on right now. If you can help your Smart Ship customers get their free product by the end of the month, then you get $50, guys. And it's so simple. So simply asking, hey, Susie, do you want to start drinking ketones free every month? That's as simple as it has to be. Just ask, wait for a response, and then ask them, can you think of a few friends we can invite to the Turkey Trot Challenge November 5th or to our guest call tomorrow night to simply learn more? And help them with how to do that. Simple, simple wording, just like the wording we used earlier in the Power Hour to invite people we hadn't talked to yet. You can use some very similar wording to help people invite their friends. Finally, the last one, let's see. Oh, the last one is if you're talking to someone brand new again, you're starting a brand new conversation and you're wanting to invite them to learn a little bit more and get on the guest call tomorrow night. So definitely save these scripts. Make sure you send out at least a handful for new conversations and a handful of invites for our call tomorrow night so that we can load it up. So that last one says, hey, Susie, not sure if you have been following my health journey, but I'm feeling amazing and having a blast helping other people feel better too. I thought of you because I think you'd really love this. If I sent you a link to listen and learn a little bit more about ketones tomorrow night, would you want to check it out? Awesome. All right, I've been talking forever. I hope this was helpful. I hope you got a little bit of activity in while we were doing this together. And if not, I hope you at least learned some things that you can take and you can do throughout the week that is going to be income producing activity that's going to help you build your business. So screenshot those before we end the Zoom. And I think Shaya is going to give a few more reminders and close this out.
Oh, Melissa, you are so flippin' awesome. You guys, that was so much amazing information. Seriously, like those are things that we should be doing every single day. So as entrepreneurs, you know, you guys like working for ourselves, you guys set a timer and be intentional every single day. Reach out to your customers, your promoters. I don't know if Melissa mentioned it, but you guys, that Rhino tracker, holy smokes. Like I talked to so many people today. Yes, yes. New conversations. So if you're trying to hit your like bonuses every single month, your multiplier, you guys, that is absolutely key. So schedule time to work, set timers, be intentional, and you guys use all this information. There's so much. I'm so excited. Thank you, Melissa. You guys are all amazing. Thanks for being here and doing Power Hour with us.
Awesome. You guys rock your business this week. Have a great night.